Assalamu alaikum, another weekly vlog. Look how timely this quote is. To overcome difficulties is to experience the full delight of existence. So this vlog is all about overcoming difficulties, some of the things that I've been doing. I've been going out in the sun whenever we had some sun and just getting a really good dosage of that sun. I've been drinking a immune booster tea that I will share the recipe with you. It's in the description below. Just seeing the blue sky, the sun, hearing the birds, it was really healing to me. Also, I shared with sisters these 10 steps. It's also on our Instagram, from Ibn al-Qayyim. And number 5 is to not be occupied with the fitna, with the harm. So staying away from the news and just focusing on, Qur'an, salawat, dua, and on Arab. I was also coaching this week and helping sister gain clarity, which is always a beautiful thing. And subhanallah, I didn't go out to do groceries. Mashallah, beautiful people brought us some groceries. And I was basically disinfecting one item at a time before bringing it inside the home. And that's pretty much what I'm saying in this particular clip here. But we needed some hand soap and some dishwasher. And so, mashallah, the brother insisted on bringing us some. And this is I'm about to do the recipe for the immune booster tea. I needed some garlic, and the brother got us. I got served. Got a lot of garlic there, and then you'll see like some of the pictures for the steps. You need quite a few ingredients, but pineapple is a key ingredient. You will need a real pineapple, fresh, that you will cut, and you will use some of the skin as well as some of the fruits. Wash it first, and you will need ginger, and then put it in the pot and boil it. And add the ginger. Cayenne pepper is gonna be needed. For ginger, I just take about 2 roots, cut it and chop it up. And I put some cloves in there as well. I don't measure, so I just put a few of them. I don't really measure, so I can't tell you how much, but enough. And like I said, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and some black seed oil, some turmeric powder. I think that's pretty, and like I said, garlic. Yeah, that's pretty much. And cinnamon sticks. I was gonna forget. Yeah, cinnamon sticks. If you don't have them, just cinnamon powder. But yeah, that is pretty much the tea. It always makes us feel really good after we drink it. So it's been an ongoing drink in this house while we were feeling a little bit unwell. Alhamdulillah for his mercy. And also, I not just the tea, but ablution with the nose, like rinsing of the nostrils, have been really helpful. And sleeping well, like I said, getting the sun, praying on time, Qur'an, sisters. We cannot, this was one of the reminders that really helped me and soothed me when I was reading my Qur'an. The believer always wins. And this is so comforting, right? Because it tells you no matter the trial, Allah is not doing anything against you, my sister. He is doing it for you. Whatever He decrees for you, it is for you and not against you, especially if you're a believer and you trust in Him. So this thought has been so comforting for me, and it's such a comforting thought that I have it as a post-it on my computer. The believer always wins. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, Yahya. Today is March 25th. It is Sha'ban 1st. We have officially entered the month of Sha'ban. We have about 30 days to Ramadan. The countdown is on, subhanallah. Let's see, this is a pretty dark picture, and it's pretty, I guess, how do you say that? It's pretty fitting with the times that we are in right now. We are on lockdown in Brooklyn. My husband and I were not going anywhere, and we were not feeling so well. Actually, he traveled 2 weeks ago, and he came back and had a sore throat, and he's still not very strong, but he doesn't have a fever. He's not coughing, and he doesn't have any breathing issues. He just feels kind of weak. So it's been 2 weeks, so we're still like looking out, and because I'm his nurse at home, I have to be very careful too. So yeah, so we're in this lockdown. We're not going anywhere, but what we've done for our sanity is to stop watching the news and anything about coronavirus and people who have contracted the virus, and people who tell the story about how they, the everything they went through and all the symptoms and how many deaths. I think this information is not very useful. What is useful is to know the symptoms, is to know what the country and the state and the government is saying, as far as like, okay, you don't go out, social distancing. You need to be aware of these things, and you need to be, like, be mindful if you do have to go out and buy food and stuff like that, and how to dress and how to be, and stuff like that. But everything else, once you have the gist of what's going on, you know just cut that news. It is huge in keeping your sanity, sisters. It has been huge for me personally. So this picture is it's in California. I can't say that. I won't even try to say that name, but it's in California, USA. I love the quote. That's another reason why I wanted to vlog. It says, if you can change your mind, you can change your life. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. Alhamdulillah, just wanted to share this with you guys. Noted that we entered a new Islamic month, and may Allah forgive us. In the month of Rajab, it was a sacred month. We were not supposed to wrong ourselves. So may Allah forgive, our shortcomings, and definitely, accept whatever good we tried to do. Assalamu alaikum. يا أيها الناس أنتم الفقراء إلى الله والله هو الغني الحميد. It's so حق. We are all poor in front of Allah. We are all fuqara. Allah is showing us, doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account, we are all poor in front of Allah. Subhanallah. He was the one with the money, the one with the family, the one with the tools to torture, the one with the shade probably, right? He was the one supposedly who had all the things to control, but yet he was powerless in front of Bilal, right? Because Al-Qahar was all over this situation. And Abu Bakr, when she became Muslim, this was like a real opposition to him, that he took it personally, to the extent that she became his worst enemy. Like, she left her. She was no longer in the palace with all the comforts. She was being tortured. And when she was being tortured, there was actually a huge rock that was about to be thrown from the top on her to just crush her. And right before that rock, actually, she looked in the sky, like Ruqayya said, and she made this dua. She smiled, and Fir'aun was like, she's lost her mind, right? رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة ونجني من فرعون وعمله ونجني من القوم الظالمين. So she said, build for me a house in Jannah, save me from Fir'aun and his actions and the actions of the zalimin, it's a dua that definitely we should all memorize. But why do I put her as a servant of Al-Qahar? Because Fir'aun, as he thinks that he is the ruler, the dominant, the controller. He cannot control his wife's iman. She is leaving all the dunya behind, and she dies believing in Allah. She dies believing in Allah. She understands, just like Bilal, no matter the torture, you cannot
subdue me. You cannot take this iman away from me. Do you guys understand why I chose her as a servant of Al-Qahhar? Because the media is doing like a torture. They're torturing you mentally, emotionally. They're putting panic, fear, and anxiety into the people. And we just have to be firm and know that this is not going to take away from our iman. This is not this. So they ask as a trivia question in the hadith class, why is Salah Nur and Sabah Diya, illumination? Like illumination, light. What's the difference? So Diya is light that comes with heat. Like Allah, it describes the sun with Diya, but the moon with Nur, right? So, and just to give you a background, is that the patience, it's not easy, right? Salah is a light and it's peaceful, it's appeasing, it brings you, subhanAllah, sisters, like it's training yourself, right? Sabr, it takes that heat. You actually are exerting effort, right? So anyway, and then it goes on to talk about the Qur'an, and it says, and the Qur'an is a proof either for you or against you. So this is right here. وَالْقُرْآنُ حُجَّةُ لَكَ أَوْ عَلَيْكَ. It is a proof for you or against you. So what do we get from that? That it means that Qur'an is a proof. That's what it means. There's no third party. It's not neutral. It's not on the third. It's not sitting somewhere and, well, nothing will happen. You read, you don't read. It's the same. It's not the same. It is witnessing. So when we don't read the Qur'an, it's witnessing. She's not reading me. When we read, it's witnessing. She's reading me.
So yes, Qur'an is definitely something we do not want to neglect, especially in those times. It's shifa. It's part of the cure. It has helped me a lot, especially with the dabbur. Just refocus on what is important. And always think of it this way, sisters. If today is your last day, how would you want that to be? How would you build this last day before you return to your Lord? That's what we should focus on, and every day do the same thing. And then review, adjust, on what you work on and, what adjustment you could make for the following week. I am still available to coach in Ramadan, the Ramadan package only. And you can book your slot now. Assalamu alaikum.